The Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the NFL's model franchises, 6 Super Bowl titles and a pillar of stability. That's due in large part to their ownership. For almost a century, the Rooney family has owned the franchise, and their class and wisdom have generated much success and made them beloved icons here in Pittsburgh. But did you know that there was a time when Art Rooney actually sold the Steelers? And not only did he sell the team, he actually never got it back. In 1940, the Steelers were not the successful entity that they are today, and Art Rooney decided that he had had enough. He sold the team to a young millionaire named Alexis Thompson for $160,000, roughly $3 million in today's money. Rooney then buys stock in the Philadelphia Eagles and becomes part owner of that franchise with his friend Bert Bell. So now Thompson owns the Steelers, and Rooney, along with Bell, own the Eagles. Both men had grand plans for their new franchises. Thompson, who didn't live in Pittsburgh and had no desire to move here, decided to change the name of the team to the Ironmen and move them to Boston. This was a great plan because not only could Thompson manage the team in person, but Boston also did not have an NFL team at the time, and he thought this could be a great future fan base. Rooney decided to change the name of his team from Philadelphia Eagles to Pennsylvania Keystones, and with the Steelers, aka the Ironmen, being moved to Boston, Rooney would have the Keystones barnstorm the state, splitting home games between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. This was also a great plan because instead of limiting yourself to one metropolitan area for fans in an era where all of your revenue came from ticket sales, you now had the entire state of PA to pull from. Both men were riding high on their new investments, but there was a problem. The other NFL owners wouldn't allow either plan. They didn't want Thompson to move to Boston because 2 teams had already failed there, and the owners believed that no franchise could ever succeed in such a place. The owners also balked at the idea of Rooney taking over the whole state, especially Redskins owner George Preston Marshall, who was pulling part of his fan base from Pennsylvania. So now what? Both Rooney and Thompson were now stuck owning teams that they did not really want to own anymore. Well, that's when they struck a deal. They actually traded cities. So Thompson takes his Steelers, aka the Ironmen, to Philadelphia. Rooney and Bell take their team to Pittsburgh. Thompson renames his team as the Eagles, and he changes the uniform colors to green and white. Rooney calls his team the Steelers and converts to black and gold uniforms. That's why if you look at the Steelers roster from the 1941 season, you won't find many players who were there the year before because most of them were Eagles. Same deal with the Philly roster. And Bell eventually sells off his share to the Rooney family, who still own the team today. The teams just keep their respective histories, probably because there was a Second World War on the horizon and no one felt like sorting out the whole mess. So is it weird rooting for a team that is actually the Eagles? Well, I'll leave that up to you to determine. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes at the link in the description or catch us wherever you listen to your podcasts.